Hey guys, Tim here, and today we're having another addition to my manga, anime, VHS, and comic book collections. So let's get on with it. First up, we're gonna go over. Sure, we'll go over VHS. We have Gunbuster Volume 1, pretty cool. Gunbuster Volume 2, and Gunbuster Volume 3, which is the entire series. I really like my anime VHS collection. I don't really talk about it or show it off much, but I'm pretty proud of it. And I really like anime on VHS in general. And I've never watched this series, so I don't know anything about it, so no spoilers in the comments, if you will. I do know for sure that it's an older series around the era of Dirty Pair and Dirty Pair, it's around that era in the 80s, I believe. But enough of that. So next up we have my other anime that I got, and it's DVDs. Rumbling Hearts in the box set. This is really cool. I really like box sets, and I like the single DVDs a lot better than the box sets now. Like, now you can't even get it in this format, which this is the format it comes out in Japan. You normally only get 4 episodes per DVD release, and that's the way they do it in Japan, and that's the reason Bleach has like 60 plus DVD releases. But we quit doing that here because it was really expensive. Each of these are like $25 to $30, so it's a lot cheaper now than what it was in the earlier 2000s, because now you can pick up like this whole series. Probably it might be in the save edition by now. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you have the Viridian collection, and it's probably only like $25 actually, which is a lot cheaper than the. Let's see here. You'd be paying around $90 for this if you bought them singular now. So we have Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3. Now, I got this series. It's been on my list for quite a while actually. I remember the old Funimation brochures that used to come in the DVDs with the singles DVDs, and I used to look at those and wonder, man, some of those series would be really cool, and now I'm finally able to afford and actually track down some of those series. It's a Yuri series, and as you know, I'm a big Yuri fan, and we need more Yuri in America. So, enough on that. Next up we have, we'll go over comic books. I got a few comic books. Gen 13 issue 2 and issue 13 A and C. I like this series. It reminds me kind of the He-Man remake as far as the art style, so that's pretty good. I like the He-Man remake. It's pretty good. Okay, so next up we're going to move on to Yorosukidoji. Now, you'll realize this is in comic book format, and it's actually a manga by Toshio Maeda, the godfather of tentacle hentai. So, I wanted to point out that I already own, in the book format, released by Manga 18, by Toshio Maeda, I have volumes 1 and I believe 3 through 6, which is nearly the whole series. I'm only missing one of these volumes. And as a comparison, this is a regular manga, and this is Yorosukidoji, much, much bigger. And here's a Japanese manga compared to this. So, it's really big. Manga, whenever it first came over to America, was actually released in much larger formats than what it is now. And even more so compared to the Japanese formats. Like, you had the Viz graphic novels, which was a lot bigger than the manga now, and you had the Euros graphic albums, which was about this size. I actually believe, yeah, it was a little bigger than these, and then you had these, the Manga 18. And before those, you had the chapters, which was released one at a time in comic book format. Now, Viz did that too. They did that with Bastard and Ranma 1/2 and a few other of their really early series, I believe. And they released them in comic book format, and then later in graphic novel format, and then finally in manga format. So Viz done it too, and that's the way manga was first brought over to America. It was originally in comic book format, and those are really rare and hard to find for me anyway. But enough of that. I might make a full video about that sometime, explaining the history of manga in America. Next up we have Oreimo Volumes 1 and 2. Now I got these because it's a really popular series actually, considering how short it is. The reason I say it's short is the manga is actually only 4 volumes long. Now that is kind of sad for me because I personally like longer series better because you get more content and get to know more about the world and the characters and the development and stuff. So I really like longer series a lot better than shorter series, but I'm not saying that short series aren't bad. Here's a prime example of a really short series that got canceled that is one of the best series I've ever read, and that is Anedoki. And yes, it's in Japanese, never been brought over here as of yet. But I have all 3 volumes in Japanese, and it's one of my favorite manga series of all time. So, I'm not saying short series are bad. Some of them can be really good, but I actually prefer longer series. Like JoJo's is an example. You get to learn tons about the generations and worlds in that. Case closed. Anything pretty much 20 volumes and up, that's a good number for me. But anyway, this video is going on a lot longer than it needs to, as always, so I don't have anything else to show off in this haul thingy, so thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later.